You know what I'm saying? Like, could he not have just, hey, could you not count the money out?
World on my shoulders, so filled with stress.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. This is going to be a quick little foolishness chat, a gossip chat, a what is folks around here doing chat, okay? I know I was supposed to start at 8. I had to get my graphics together, get my notes together, honey. I was running late, but here I am to chit chat with y'all. Thank you to the people who are watching live. Also to those who will be watching the replay later on. You all are appreciated, okay? But y'all know first things first, if you have not done so already, make sure to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, and dot, okay? Do not forget to do all these things right here, okay? Like the video. Are you here already? It's 33 people. Like the video, please, and thank you, okay? And y'all know the comments in the comment section because this is a conversation, okay? We are having a conversation about foolishness. So do not be afraid to say something around here. Because if not, what I'm here for. Okay, alive is to talk to me at the same time as I'm talking to you. But I'm let that be. But do not forget to also follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner because that's where I post a lot of foolishness. Okay, throughout the day when I'm not posting on not Facebook, when I'm not on here on YouTube, okay? But I am here, hat and all of whatever. Let's get into what we came here to get into. Look. Look, I feel like even though it's not that much stuff going on, I also feel like it's a lot of little stuff going on that I wanted to get into today because tomorrow is gonna be a whole full day of me working. And I took today off. And so I know tomorrow I'm gonna be busy, busy, busy. So I wanted to come to y'all today. I hope one, y'all can hear me. I hope two, y'all had a good hump day or whatever. But other than that, let's just go ahead and make sure I got my graphics or whatever. But the first thing is I want to get time for folks to for folks to come in the room because sometimes do take about 5 to 10 minutes for you to let y'all know that I am here. I have a little fashion thing I want to chit chat about for a second. Just one little row of looks or whatever. Let me know what y'all think of these looks right here. Okay. I had to pull Tracy Ellis Ross. I had to pull Chloe and I had to pull Chrissy Teigen. Okay. Because I feel like these are looks I love for one reason or the other. And y'all know I'm a fashion girl. Okay. I'm always looking to do the fashion stuff now, even though the award ceremonies where last week I was so swamped I did not get a chance to do a fashion review, and I'm so mad at myself for not doing that. But it's fine because we have this right here. Now, for me, for Tracy's look, I love a good jumpsuit. Okay, I like that her jumpsuit matches her boots, and then the black that the coat on top of it is like a female shafts. So I love it. Now, even though her phone look like a notepad, it's still cute or whatever. I'm like, is that a notepad? It's like, oh no, it's a camera. But anyway, her look to me is very, very comfy but chic. Okay. It's the jacket of it all that makes me love it. Okay. Now, Chloe in the middle, look, I love, okay, a shirt dress that fits amazingly well. And it's cute. Okay. The dragon in the middle. Okay. The leg out, the thigh out. Okay, and a little wedge heel with the shades, the dreads pulled to the back. I love a chic shirt dress, but you have to wear it the right way. Even though to me it's about 1 inch too long, I still love it because when you walk, it blows in the wind. Okay, it blows in the wind. So again, I love Chloe's look too. Now, look number three from Chrissy Teigen. The reason I love this is because it looks fun, it looks flirty, it still looks comfortable, okay? And I love the brown boots, I love the handbag, okay? And then the dark brown leather jacket that to me matches her hair is really amazing. And everything. I'm like, yes, ma'am, please and thank you, please and all of that. I didn't say hi to y'all. Y'all know how you say. Hey y'all, I'm sorry, I was on the wrong little page. Hey, good evening to everybody. Hey, Jolie and JayBirds. Hey, okay. Hey, everybody, like the video. Hey, Jolie, looking forward to this after such a hectic work day. Well, honey, that's why I am here, okay? That's what I am here for, okay? To help you, help me, help you relax after your hectic day, okay? Hey, Jolie, thank you for the reviews you've been giving us. Honey, I'm getting back into it. I'll have the two black ink crew up tomorrow. I'm gonna have Snowfall up tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna have Married at First Sight up. But yeah, I'm trying to do it. Chloe's look fire. I love it too. Let's see. I love the third look because Chrissy Teigen know how to dress, and I really feel like since she got herself together, she stopped drinking, she did some soul searching or whatever. She has, been looking better and better or whatever, and I'm sure she feels better and better too. Love Tracy and Chloe's outfits. Let's see, the first look definitely fits Tracy Ellis Ross' personality overall. Overall, it's not for me though. Not for me either, but I love them still, but you won't see me in them. I'm not a big fan of Chrissy. Her outfit is a no for me. I do like the boots though. Oh, you don't like Chrissy? It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Um, Chloe's look is the best. The Chloe's look to me is very much so like if the Matrix was from a younger standpoint, she would be Neo. Okay, I really feel like she would be Neo in 2025. Okay, because so the outfit looks real Matrix like, but I still love it. Okay, hey, the people popping in. Okay, before we get to the foolishness, we talking about some little fashions or whatever. But again, I would love to have Tracy's leather coat. Okay, I would take Chloe's whole dress and I would take Chrissy's jacket. Those will be the items I would take from each of these people. Now I know all Chloe has is a dress, so it ain't what to choose from, but I don't like her shoes. I hate wedge heels. I hate heels in general. 'Cause I feel like I don't want my feet being uncomfortable. Give me some flats or whatever. But again, I loved all three of these looks. Okay. Now let's get into the foolishness going on this week that we have. Now I want to get into some little things. Okay. First of all, I don't have many like graphics. I did bad, okay? And as we found out just recently, like in the past 20, 30 minutes, Nick Cannon's show is canceled, okay? Nick Cannon, who had a show, I think called the Nick Cannon Show, they canceled it, y'all. Look, now this was per the Jasmine brand, who said it was per page 6 that Nick Cannon's show was canceled mainly because of low ratings. I can say this. I have never watched an episode of Nick Cannon's show. I have seen clips online. Um, and I usually set my DVR to record. I record The View. I record The Real. I record Wendy Williams and everything. And I used to record The Real a long time ago, but I cut that off. And I usually do record talk shows because you never know what scandal can come from something that was said on a talk show. So I always want to be able to say, oh, I synced it myself. But his show was one show I never recorded. I think at one point because I didn't know what time it came on and couldn't find the damn channel it came on. And then once I did know what channel, what time it came on, I still didn't care. So I let it be or whatever. But yeah, Nick's show was canceled, but I'm not surprised because I feel like his show only got like talked about or whatever when one somebody knew was pregnant and that was about it. And I feel like nobody ever really one talked about his show. No one ever. I'm like, who was even on his show? Did he have any real guests, or was it always about him, his life, the mother of his children, his scandals or whatever? You know what I'm saying? I know when his son passed away, it got attention then. I know when the other girl came up pregnant, that was something too. And the show only been out 6 months. It was a 6 month show. I was like, girl, open and close. I do feel like when Nick Cannon helped host Wendy's show when she was sick, that was cute. That was cute, but I felt like I never felt like Nick needed a talk show. And they say that Jennifer Hudson is getting her own talk show on a Fox television station. Don't know which one. I'm not gonna watch the show either. But I do feel like y'all giving this anybody a show, and not just anybody needs a show. Like even with Sherry Shepherd kind of taking over Wendy's spot, I think that kind of makes sense because one, she was on The View already hosting on there. She's a comedian, so she's been doing things in that realm. So I'm not mad that Sherry got a show. But I was like, Nick Cannon? Why the now, Nick? Are you sure he did a show? So it's weird. Okay. Let's see. YouTube to send me a notification that you are live. I need the foolishness of it all. But YouTube always send late ass notifications. I'm trying to wait. Damn already. Yes, the show was already canceled, honey. Um, I've never seen an episode and don't know what channel. I don't remember what channel. I think come on at 3 o'clock here in Michigan. It's like, y'all don't know. Yikes. Sorry, Nick. Hey, Rain. Honestly, I believe Nick Cannon's personal life had a lot to do with it. Yes, because this is the thing. The show was announced a while ago. Then after that happened, he was on his podcast and he was saying some things about either about Jewish people or about something, and it was insensitive. He had that whole debacle, so they kind of pushed the show back a little bit. Then the show was still greenlit, and then right before the show started, all the kids happened. Okay, the one kid, the two kid, all these things happened. So many things I feel like happened in between time, in the meantime, of him getting approved for the show, but then the show coming on. Because I feel like you can't be having babies back to back to back to back to back and think fine. I'm not gonna say, what is he using condoms? He keep having kids with random women, and he on the show, and then not only that, it's not good ratings. And the show wasn't, in my opinion, promoted a lot or whatever. Like they would say, "Oh yeah, the Nick Cannon show." I'm like, "Yeah, but in what time zone? What time? Come on, what channel is it on?" Like we all know The View is on ABC. We all know Wendy Williams was on Fox. Like the show was also not promoted properly. But yeah, I was like, "Sir, it was too." And I do think the nail in the coffin, no pun intended, could have been this new pregnancy person or whatever, and how he just out here spreading low and wide or whatever. He gonna learn. He gonna learn. All these talk shows really an oversaturated market. This is the thing: it's not only oversaturated. You have to have a point of view that um resonates with people, and even for YouTubers, like all YouTubers talk about the same thing, kind of, sorta. So if you don't have your own fan base, if you don't have your own way of delivering the news that's different than somebody else's, ain't no point in watching. And I still to this day don't know what the point of his show was. Was he doing celebrity conversations? Was he a game show? Okay. Was they doing rap battles? Okay. I'm not sure. I don't know. Like The View was a very political show, a little bit of not gossip, a little bit of celebrity news or whatever, but they have their own niche. Wendy Williams, gossip, blogs. That's what it is. Well, I don't know the real dude. Well, the real is kind of doing both, gossipy stuff, real topics or whatever. But they have their own niche too. But I'm like, what is Nick Cannon doing? I don't know. Okay, we know he making babies. Okay, and we know he wilding out. Never married an educated woman. It will what? I don't know that girl. What is Jennifer going to talk about? Look, y'all know when they said Jennifer won the award for like the entertainer of the year at the NAACP awards. I'm like, what did she do to win that award? I know she was in Aretha, but I'm like, the entertainer of the year. Are we sure? So I don't know what she gonna talk about. And this is no tea, no shade to Jennifer. I always feel like no one knows what to do with her. Be it music, I think acting is her thing. She should be an act. She's a great actress, okay? Because she played the hell out of Effie White. Okay, now I have not seen Aretha, but I've seen clips and she's done great. So I'm like, not she on a talk show host. I'm like, she went from American Idol being a singer, and she's never quite found the right role to her singing career because she don't have the right sound because she probably has not gotten with the correct producers. But it's weird. I'm looking like a talk show. Honey, I guess you're gonna talk about, I don't know, music. Nick's mission to populate the world with single mothers is a no for me. That's the crazy part that I don't think Nick even comprehends, that people's issue isn't that he's having all these kids, is you're having these kids with these different women creating single mothers. And you can be I'm a hands-on dad. No, you not in 7 households. You can't, it's impossible. Unless you cloned yourself and we just don't know, you can't possibly be a hands-on father with, 7 kids. I think it's a girl, I don't know how many kids it is now. With all these children in different homes and probably different states. It's like it's weird that he don't see that. It's like whatever, okay. Um Nick is gonna shoot your he I mean he is. He really, really is. Also, what was his target market? I don't know. Because even with the talk show promotion, it never was like, okay, he's gonna be talking to the celebrities. It's like, no, I would only see him discussing his situations. And that was it. Okay. Wait, somebody knew was pregnant. Well, yeah, he's yes. Since the child he had, the youngest child had passed away. Um, and then another woman came up and she's pregnant. That came out like was it last month? I don't think it was last month, if I'm not mistaken. So yes, he has a baby on the way right now. Um, I like the show when Philly, the lineup was Wendy, the real, and then Nick's show. See, but what did he talk about? Okay, was it fun? Because we don't know. Jennifer's a good actress. I agree. She is a big personality, so maybe a talk show will work. I mean, she got a talk show. Kelly Clarkson got a talk show. Who next? Fantasia? No, Fantasia gonna be on the Color Purple, the movie. Nick put on a condom. Nick put on a condom cannon, needs to be sued for child support. And this is the thing. I think Nick very much so financially is good with the kid. I don't think any woman he's with is lacking financial support. However, if you not around this house helping me with these children, your money don't matter to me because it's still me out here doing it all by myself. His target market was fertile women. I mean, it's kind of true, truth be told, because I mean that's what he do. He get them fertile women, and then he be like, okay, but I mean, not his show canceled, but he still have, saying, the Wild and Out show, and Nick Cannon is still rich because he's still a producer for things or whatever. He's still in the industry, but we just won't see him on TV no more on his talk show. I mean, I never saw him on there, but that's on them. Okay, let's get into the KKK Kardashian or whatever. So the Kardashians were getting interviewed for some reason. And let me show y'all a little video of what Kim said to people, okay? Pop in the Kim K clip. Now, while discussing working women, this is what Kim had to say to us working folk.
Advice for women in business. Get your fucking ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
That's so true.
You have to surround yourself with people that want to work. Have a good work environment where everyone loves what they do because you have one life. No toxic work environments, and show up and do the work.
Let me replay that, okay?
Best advice for women in business. Get your fucking ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
That's so true.
You have to surround yourself with people that want to work. Have a good work environment where everyone loves what they do because you have one life. No toxic work environments, and show up and do the work.
Now, this is the thing. This is the thing. When I first seen that clip, I was like, sometimes it's not the message, it's the messenger. And Kim Kardashian and her sisters and her mama, to me, is not the right one to tell working people what to do. Okay. And I was like, don't do it. I do work and I didn't make a sex tape to earn money. Mhm, mm. She's angry and needs to take it out on Kanye. Mm. Less comedy time, she said work. This is the part that I love because she posted that. Now I don't know if y'all Jamil, is it Jamil? Jamil, I can't pronounce her name right. But she was on the show The Good Place. She's also a judge on what's the name of the show that's on HBO Max where the different houses battle. Anyway, Jamila, I think it's Jamila was on Twitter. Okay, and she had some things to say because she felt like Kim K was on some bullshit. And when it was quoted to say, Kim telling people to, get up and work or whatever, because people don't want to work these days, I loved her response. Okay. As she said, I think if you grew up in Beverly Hills with super successful parents and what was simply a smaller mansion, nobody needs to hear your thoughts on success/slash work ethic. The same 24 hours of the day shit is a nightmare because 99.9% of the world grew up in a very different 24 hours. Okay. She then went on her IG page to elaborate a little bit on what she thought. As she said, not the day after International Women's Day. They are super impressive. No, sorry, they are a super impressive family of business women and are products of a ridiculously good start and a genius manager and their mother, as well as their own hard work and personal sacrifices. Plus, a lot of Photoshop and a decision to not care about misleading people about their beauty claims whilst never disclosing how much secret work goes into their appearances. They that they make most of their money from and a huge amount of money made from questionable diets as detox products and courses. I was like, oh, she's reading them for filth. They shouldn't be asked about their secrets of success. They shouldn't answer those questions. It's all obvious to everyone, and I hope nobody holds themselves to the standards of people who were raised by millionaires. Just take the money, use it for good, and chill the fuck out when lecturing others about grind and hustle, and learn how to brag without putting others down who have less. And that is Jimmy the Jamel, okay? She read them for filth. Because Kim K telling anyone, telling anyone, hey, get off your ass and work. And I was like, this is the thing. No one has the amount of access to the people, the products, the loans, the banks, the other famous folks. You grew up in the lap of luxury. So telling anyone, hey, if you want to make it, just do the work. And the funny part was Courtney agreed so fast. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that look like bitch. First of all, we remember you and Kim fighting because you did not want to work, and her and Chloe called you lazy. And you said, I don't really focus on work, like work isn't my big thing. And they thought she was lazy because she wanted to be just a stay-at-home mom. So it was weird to me that these rich Caucasian women feel the need to tell anyone else how they should do things. And someone else also brought up how y'all pay employees bare minimum. while y'all are making millions of dollars to do basically nothing. They were paid like 9 figures for the new season of the Kardashians. It's gonna be on, I think it's on Hulu, that I refuse to watch because it's the same thing as goddamn Keep Up the Kardashians. But it's weird to me how they really make it seem like, oh, it's so easy to get to where we are. No, bitch, I don't have the access you did. And to me, that's saying how different people don't even have the same 24 hours as you do. Because you can call anybody else who is rich and connected and get what you need. I can't do that. I can't. That's it's just stupidness. Um, let's count how many times she says work, bitch, please. Kim needs to follow her own advice and stop getting plastic surgery. All that silicone has finally worked its way to her pea brain. They got some nerve because they steady complaining about Courtney being lazy. Right, just said it. Just said it. No one has facial expressions about level. Oh, their faces don't work. Courtney with her bland voice. So true. So true. First thing I said is, who was that in the back with that damn show don't look like Chloe? That's the new Chloe. And this is the thing, no one is saying that Chloe did not do some kind of work to lose weight, because she did. However, she had more work done to suck it all out of her body. Kim done work. Kim really needs to admit we got famous off a sex tape. When I seen the clip when she was married to Chris Humphries and her and Chris were talking or whatever, and she's like, no, I just wasn't raised, you know what I'm saying, like that. He said, Kim, 4 years ago, you were working in the valley at a clothing store. Meaning, bitch, you not nothing. Okay, you are just like other folks. So it's weird how they feel like we're regular people. We came from the same place as you did. You were not born or raised in Detroit, bitch. You weren't even born and raised in Compton, which is, a city in Cali. So it's like Janita said, you were born in the lap of luxury. Your father was Rob Kardashian. You came already from a wealthy family. You had a smaller mansion back there. So it's just stupid. Why is everyone looking like a mannequin, like looking very mannequin like? Because their surgeon helped them pick that brand. They need to tell Rob. They need to tell Rob that he does that. Girl, I can't get it out. They need to tell Rob that does he have a job? I don't think Rob does. I don't think Rob has had a job in real life in years. Because even if he sells socks, I don't think he still do. I think he used to, but I mean, it is. But people also ask Donald Trump, he grew up rich. Honey, we gonna leave that man alone. 'Cause no, no, ma'am. Kim, you did a sex tape. Get up. Cause she did. Kim, right? Kim socked Courtney's ass for being born late. They got into a whole fist fight. A whole fist fight. Okay, they left makeup on Chloe's wall from no. Courtney slapped Kim into the wall, and then the fight started. It's still messy. And I love Courtney. I now fully dislike the whole family. I used to like Courtney because she seemed the most like, I don't want to be in the bullshit, but you just realize, no, they're all the same, just at different times. Okay. At one moment, oh no, I'm not about that life. But now you are. Kim tried to on her back and sell her box. Whew, money gives you freedom. That's so true. Even look, in any even for let's put it to YouTube terms. I still have a regular job that I work, you know what I'm saying, in the day or whatever. Other YouTubers don't. So there are some YouTubers who don't even have to make a video a day and they can make what I make, easily. So it's like some people have to realize the more money you have, the more freedom you have, your life is easier for one. And just we live different lives. And it doesn't mean that I am not working because I'm still working. I don't have the access that you have. So Kim and them be on some bullshit. The family's an example of white privilege, honey. This privilege. The fame through the Kim to Kim access to Ray J. Girl, right now get off your ES. And for her to tell women to get up and work is a trip because there's so many women starting their businesses and selling them on IG. Some of us work W2 jobs. She has the nerves. And she be on some bullshit. I remember when Kim was crying off losing an earring in the ocean and wanted sympathy. And he was like, it's just an earring. Kim sometimes really forgets that most of her life is recorded. Rob is a sloppy daughter family. And this is the weird part. They had people in their family who probably don't work. And I like Jimmy the saying, you can't listen to folks who were raised by millionaires, meaning their children were born millionaires. So they can't even really, saying, know what to do. Girl, look, anywhere I go, it was bull of the shit. Okay, let's move on to my next story. Let's get on to Ryan Coogler. Okay, now when I seen this, I was like, this is some bullshit. Okay, this is some complete bullshit, and I do not even understand how it even got to the point that they got. So this is Ryan Coogler. Now Ryan Coogler is the director. He has directed he did um, Black Panther, and the ones coming out this year. He did Creed 1, 2, and 3. He did Fruitfield Station. He did Judas and the Black Messiah, and he also did some other movies. So he was detained, okay, for bank robbery. And I'm like, bank robbery? Why would he rob a bank? What is going on? So he went to now he was in Atlanta, okay, in Atlanta, and he went to the bank, had some shades, and said he had on his face mask and everything, and he gave the bank teller a withdrawal slip. Okay, and on the withdrawal slips, on the withdrawal slip, he wrote a note. Okay, and he just said, you know, I'm withdrawing 12K from my checking account, and if you could please count the money somewhere else because I want to be discreet. And I was like, that makes sense to me. I have been because I have a few accounts, so I have an account with Bank of America, and I have been in there to withdraw that amount or a little bit more at one point in time, everything. And when you do that, there is a level of how much? Okay, at once, have a seat or whatever. So, but as long as they see it's you, okay, as long as you're taking it out of your own account and they'll check your ID, usually you have to scan your debit or savings account card to um have the money withdrawn. I don't get how on any planet around here that the black female teller, okay, assumed the note was a robbery note. It was suspicious, and she then called the cops and told them it was an attempted robbery going on um, at the bank. This is the thing. The thing also brought up how in her system it flagged that, it was something suspicious. Meaning she put in something because this is the thing. At Bank of America, nothing is triggered as long as they see you, they see your ID, and you have probably your debit card. Nothing should have been flagged. She put in something that made it be flagged. Again, I have a Bank of America account, and I have to take out money. Okay, I had to take out a little bit more than 12,000. So that's the one thing. And I'm like, and the note he wrote was on a withdrawal slip, which you have to give them to get your money out. Okay, which means I have an account here. I'm not saying give me 12 grand from somebody else's account. I'm not saying give me 12 grand, I'm gonna shoot you. Okay, so it's crazy to me how it even got to the point of her assuming that he was robbing the place. The police were called. The police got there, detained the two people in Ryan's car outside, then came in and detained him. And they all figured out, oh, it's a mistake. He was not, he's a customer here, okay, who's trying to check out his money. And even him saying, count the money somewhere else, because I'm in Atlanta. Okay, I'm in Atlanta, and not even at anywhere. Because the times I have went to the bank to take out a lot of money, and it was in cash, I would say, "Don't count it out loud. I will watch you count it out because you don't really want to hear the amount of money you're." It's sometimes they do count it out loud, or else, So I don't. I understand him saying, "Don't count it out right here because you don't want people to see you get a stack of cash. Okay. And then when I would walk out the bank, before I would walk out, I would put the money in my purse, zip my purse up, get my keys, so that when I got to my car, I was in my car, door locking, I'm pulling off. So I do not understand how anyone assume this sexy, attractive black man who happened to be in a hoodie, some sunglasses or whatever his face mask. And let's not forget, it's COVID. Some people need a face mask. And not only that, it's sunny outside. I wear sunglasses. Okay, I wear sunglasses even in the dark. But it aggravated me that I was like, don't try to make it see, oh, the teller put in something in the computer and they put it. No, they don't flag it. If you come through the draft through line, okay, and you try to get too much money out, it will then say no, come in the bank. Because I've had that happen where I could not get the amount of money I needed from the ATM. I had to go in the bank. So there's all these different things that does not happen at a Bank of America. Someone giving you a withdrawal slip saying I want to take money out of my account should never have flagged a bank robbery. And then the fact that a teller who's a black woman said that she talked to her boss and the boss was the one who said, I'm like, oh, well, who was the boss? Was the boss a black man, a white man, an Asian man, or whatever? Who was the boss? So that's also who's at fault. Honey, it can't fool me. Not at what a mess. Okay, what a mess. I don't believe that Ryan robbed the bank, honey, at all. And I'm like, it don't sound he robbed anything. Honey, not nothing. Not nothing crazy. I'm taking all my money out. You won't keep a single copper penny when I'm done. The bank teller needs to be fired all day. He can't get it. Ryan can for sure get it. I got so many questions on this in the situation. But the thing I don't. The only question I have is why. Because this is the thing. The police who were told, "Hey, someone's trying to rob a bank," got there and detained them. Boom, whatever. They doing their jobs. However, I'm like, how does a bank teller say, "Hey, someone gave me a withdrawal slip asking to take money out of their own account. I think he robbed us." I'm like, bitch. First of all, unless his bank account was empty, which I doubt, unless his account was empty, how he robbed y'all? His money is here. Okay, his money is in here. Okay, now Ryan came out because it happened back in January. Okay, and he came out and he said that it was a mistake that should have not have ever happened. That Bank of America addressed the situation to his satisfaction, and he has moved on from the situation. I have banked with Bank of America for I don't know how many years. I have a couple of different accounts. However, if that ever the one time I went in there and I was pissed that they would not let me take money out through the drive-through, and I had to come in because I was dressed for it. I'm like, but it's my money. But it like we have a limit to how much you can take out through the. I'm like, but the drive-through, it's gonna be the same shit. If I come in there, you're gonna still see my face. Okay. So this is the only time I was upset. I'm like, okay, fine. They have a limit. I think the limit was maybe $4,000. So I had to go inside. But again, it's just weird that um it was him. You know what I'm saying? And it was his account. So I was like, I, I hope he sues. Look, he probably did not sue, but I'm pretty sure they had to give him some extra perks to stay there. Or he probably just blew his money. I'm closing that account out today. Okay, when? Today. It's about to be called the Bank of Ryan. I'll still bank there. I will be taking my business to the new bank. Absolutely. Ryan should sue. When withdrawing 5K or more and cash, my bank always double checks my identity, which I appreciate. Me too. And they'll say, "Can I see your ID?" Here you go. And you have to swipe your bank card. You know what I'm saying? When it's so much, I'm like, but I know that because I bank there. So I'm looking like it's some it's just some bullshit. Um, Moved on, nah, sue them. The teller will lose her job. We can clear all this up by showing my face, compare my license, and drawing from my account. BOA is about to have less money in the books today. Absolutely. They could have, and this, yeah, it really could have, because if the cops would have pulled up and decided to shoot it, because cops be sometimes trigger happy. So it's stupid. I have a strong I have a strong hatred for BOA. They gave you the runaround. Um, I don't mind them, but again, I don't have to go into the bank that often. Okay, but the times I went in there, even when it was like a little bit of a long line, and then oh, you gotta come. I'm like, I gotta come in for what? Um, but you wouldn't. It's just dumb how it ever got to. He's robbing us. He's robbing us. I'm like, bitch. He asked to take money out of his account. Once you've seen his ID or his license and see he has an account there, why? That's why I said she put something in the system that made it trigger. Okay, and that's the part that's dumb. My bill, my bank asked for ID and a debit card to make. Yes, that's all they do. That's their way of making sure it's you, and they make you come in for certain amounts. Look like if, and ain't nothing wrong with saying, "Hey, count that 12K over there." Because if anybody in here see you hand me a thick envelope, they may think, oh, we can track him. Because people been, y'all know they've been saying like in Atlanta, in LA, in these different cities around, the US, folks have been robbing people. So who wants anyone who could just be in the bank plotting, just plotting on somebody to know, hey, I got 12K. Okay, hey, he got 12K. Let's get him. No, ma'am. No, Sam. BOA will not be affected. We wish they are, but it's capitalism after all. I'm thankful he didn't get manhandled by law enforcement or anything regular. And that's a good thing that the cops showed up, detained him, but did not arrest him. They wanted to figure out what happened. Pride and Ryan, when you hear him talk, he's so like, he had a deep voice, but he talks so calm. He's like, what? What? I have a bank account here. Once he probably said, I have a bank account here, they probably like, what? He's like, I can't take money out of my account. That's probably when the cops was like, the fuck you calling us for? Let's go what? And the bank teller should be fired. Okay, absolutely. Let her go. Where she gotta go? I would look. Look at this man. Okay, leave that man alone. That man didn't do nothing. Okay, he is innocent. He didn't do nothing. Anyway, the next little story up. Let's get to Kenya and Mark. The divorce that will never end. I feel like they have been divorcing for 8 years, 4 months, 16 days, 15 hours, 32 minutes, and 5 seconds. Because it's always something with Kenya and Mark. And it's weird because I feel like, well, first of all, no, first of all, I need y'all to like, it's been 40, like the video, like the video. Because liking is always the thing to do. Okay, I need some water. Kenya and Mark, who out here still married, still single, still separated. I feel like we've never really seen them be married anyway. But they are saying, okay, that Mark is saying that he wants Kenya to pay his legal fees. Because why? Because he said Kenya's the one dragging out this divorce forever and ever and ever. Now, Kenya say that it's Mark who dragging his feet. I'm like, I feel like y'all both are. This is the reason I say that. Kenya and Mark have been married. It was for 4 years, I believe it was. Now she filed for divorce in August of 2021. But they ain't been together since like 2020, maybe 2019. We've never seen them together. We've never seen them as husband and wife happily together. Because once they were on Housewives of Atlanta, he was an asshole, right? He was a just like Martell, maybe even worse than Martell, because Martell would, excuse me, well, Martell had redeeming moments when we knew he loved Mel, but he then showed his ass, so we then knew. So it's weird because we've never seen Kenya and Mark have any happy times. It's always been him being an asshole. I heard this acting like it ain't nothing wrong. So I would never understand how two people who never lived under the same roof, who had two separate homes in two separate states, who we never fully knew, are they legally married? Like, where's the marriage license? It's just weird or whatever. And it's like we've never seen them as a loving couple, but it's just going through so much stuff with the divorce. Now, Mark is saying that Kenya was not providing financial documents or submitting child support worksheets that was needed for the divorce. And so he wants her to pay his legal fees because he feels like since she was not putting forth documents, it's her fault that it's still going on. Now, Kenya says Mark who dragging his feet, so she wants him to pay her legal fees. This is my thing. When I'm done with somebody and I just want to move on, because they're battling for like not like custody agreements of Brooklyn. But if I really wanted to be done with somebody, I don't have to fuss about who gonna pay my lawyer. I'm gonna pay my lawyer fee because I'm over it. To me, he also brought up how you feel like Kenya may be dragging this for a storyline. On no earth do I feel like Mark is trustworthy. But I also feel like Kenya could possibly be dragging it out because that will play out on the show. That's why I'm looking like Kenya. Pay your own legal fees and let that man be. Because fighting back and forth with him is going to make it look like you were doing it for the show. Because he seems to be a horrible person. He seems to be a horrible husband, and he seems to be a part of your life that you want to move on from. And so trying to keep fighting with him over legal fees is stupid. I also feel like Kenya's saying that she wants like all the documents in their court case to be sealed because she's a high profile celebrity client. I was like, girl, there are people who are more high profile than you who all they business from who they with, houses, money, accounts is all fair game or whatever. So I do not feel like Kenya is a high profile enough person to want the documents sealed. Dr. Dre, I just feel like people who have like millions and who have all these like it's more in the divorce. I mean, people who've been married for years and have to really split assets have all they shit in the news. So I feel like Kenya, you and Mark, who was married for what, 4 years, never lived in the same household in the same state. Don't nobody care. Like no one really cares. I just want Kenya to be free of Mark's past, but I also want her to stop allowing him to keep himself in her life. If the court want my financial documents, here you go. I'm giving them everything because I want it to be over. Um, so I feel like both of them is playing a part in this still going on. Because we know Mark's ass, so we are fully aware of that. But we also know Kenya be on some bullshit sometimes. And we also know Kenya needs some kind of storyline too for the show. So I don't think she realized if you divorce him and start dating, that's a whole other part of your life. But please move on. Okay, let's see. I believe it's 50-50. Right. It's not just one of them, it's both of them. Okay. Somebody lying. Somebody lying. Hey ma. Right. They still divorcing still. To this day. To this day. Still divorcing. This better not be her storyline for the season because we don't care. Candy was on Watch That from Five after her show, and she brought up how this season, the upcoming season, was supposed to go on air, start airing on May 5th, was really different, and how everyone, it's a different vibe and it's better. So we shall see. I guess Candace fell in love with the D because Mark said, right, he suck. You suck. Storyline marriage. It's all of the above. Um, that part. To me, another Kim and Kanye. This is the thing. Kim and Kanye were married longer than Kenya and Mark. They had joint assets together. They have multiple children, and I do think the paperwork between Kim and Kanye could take longer. Kanye was dragging shit out, does not want to divorce Kim. But I do think them having to hash out the money of it all, and the property of it all could take longer. But I'm like, for Kenya and Mark, y'all live in two separate states. He never moved to Atlanta. You never moved to New York. There can't be that much to handle. Except we know Mark was trying to get some money by her. So that's the bullshit of it all. But I'm gonna leave that be. Kenya ain't been with him long enough to know about no dick. Um was Mark ever husband? I don't know. Right, Kelly Clarkson. Let me pull it up. I had a little post. Let me see. Kelly Clarkson has to pay her ex-husband um $1.3 million, 45,000 a month in child support, and $115,000 in spousal support until 2024. Okay, I was like, what? Now this is part of shade room. So this is read the shade room stuff. Cause this is the thing. How long were they married? I don't know. Um, but they filed for divorce back in 2020 with Kelly Clarkson. Okay, and they say in December, Brandon reportedly wanted more than a 400 grand in monthly spousal support and child support payments. He was seeking 300 grand in spousal support and another $135, another $135,000 in care for their two children. Honey, in the end, it say he's getting a one-time payment of 1.3 million. Okay, and she has to also pay him 115,000 a month in spousal support until 2024. I was like, get out of my face. Plus the 45,000 a month for childcare. I was like, honey, look, Kenya, Kenya, go ahead, leave that man alone. Go ahead, because I don't think Mark will ever get that. I don't think he had that much. But what Kelly Clarkson's having to pay for that husband, that's some bull of the shit. I remember when the Housewives of Atlanta had their virtual reunion in 2020, Kenya had a recent stamp on her marriage certificate. She called viewers stupid for questioning it, but the marriage is suspect. Was sad with the description, the desperation to be married, and then it failed, and now you're just dragging it through. And this is the thing, I just want her to move on. You know what I'm saying? So that she can be happy. It's like, girl, leave that man be. And if he's the asshole trying to drag things out, pay for whatever. Sometimes it's worth it to pay to get out of the mess. You know what I'm saying? If you got to pay a little bit more, I'd rather pay to get out of the mess than to be dragged through it for years. It's like, it's not cheaper to keep them. No, ma'am. Kim, you don't have Kelly Clarkson money. Well, they're getting divorced and the marriage is legit. This is true. We know that, but still, it's like it's legit on paper. But they never lived together. I'm gonna leave that be. Never lived in the same house. I mean, I know people live bi-coastal, but that's wild. Especially because they have a child. And usually people who live in separate houses are at least in the same state. Okay. Or they will, go back and forth between the two. The fact that Kenya would bring up that when she would go visit him in New York, she would stay at a hotel. I wish I would be at a hotel with a husband. No, ma'am. Yes, Kelly Clarkson got to pay. Yeah. And right, when you had to pay. And so that, honey, team too much. Okay. Prenup, prenup. I look, you can't get my money. Not today. Wasn't he really Mark son? I don't know. I don't know. But Kelly, Mary J. Diaz said they can do right out all her money. Okay, that she had to keep working just to keep paying him. I was like, see, we got to be careful because these men out here ain't nothing. Okay, ain't nothing. Always prenup and have your own. Okay, let's get to Cardi B. A little bit Cardi B. Cardi B was clapping back at some haters on Twitter. Okay, so we know Cardi B has kind of been quiet recently. Her son was born. Cause we don't know that little boy name or nothing. But she been, kind of quiet or whatever. So she was on social media and her fans were asking her things. And she was talking to she was talking to her fans or whatever. So, they were asking her, how she put up, I wish I could take my sweet baby teeth in the pain away. He's been sad all day. Fan said, now Now that he's 6 months, who does he resemble the most? You or Offset? And she said, Culture. She then posted a picture of his eye. Okay, since that's all y'all get. Because somebody said our baby cousin got teeth coming in and we ain't seen him yet. And so she posted his eye. Because again, her fans were asking her things about her baby. And I do want to know what's his name? What's his name? Is it Offset Jr.? Is it set off? Like, what did y'all name the baby? Okay. But again, she's talking to her fans, and that's the thing to do. So she then put up because she put up this, people came at her about, her post by the kids. Like how people mad because people was asking me to see my son, and I replied, it seems like I can't do or say anything. I'm sorry, not say any girl. Can't do or say nothing these days without people getting irritated. Maybe I should delete my social media or just die because of what the fuck. And then somebody put y'all, you see under the thing, we don't care and you do. And I was like, well, who does that? What's going on here? And so more folks was saying things. This person said, girl, you're a mother of two, talking about wanting to die just because of some internet people. You sound the same. And she said, did I say I want to die, you dumb, slow bitch? I was like, not dumb, slow bitch. But again, she did not think she wanted to die. Someone else brought up how you rich, how you rich and let broke people bother. That ain't me. Good English. How come you post shit when other females is trending? And I'm like, what is she talking about? And as Cardi said, I post every single day. Why do I have to limit myself due to other people? Y'all want me to not be on the internet or do some shit because of other people. Are you dumb? How you want me to dim my light and life for other people? The fuck. And I'm like, oh, she's upset. And she left me put, if I post it's because I want attention. If I speak my mind, it's because I want attention. If I post a pic, I want attention. If I talk about my kids, which I'm with every day, it's because I want attention. Like, what the fuck? So I do think Cardi's issue was, why are y'all acting like all I want is attention when I'm doing the same thing y'all doing by posting on social media? I do set off, because I'm like, what can it be? Because it can be anything. But yeah, it's like people like to comment on things we post, and I don't get why the negativity comes. Because I've done that too. It's like on my IG, I don't post on Twitter that often. But on my IG, I have my comments limited to people who follow me, because you're not gonna be some random asshole coming and commenting some bullshit. So I make sure that only folks who follow me can comment. That way, if you post some bullshit, I can just block you. Okay. So it really did cut down on the amount of BS I get. But my Cardi is on a whole different level. So it is weird how people are commenting based on her talking to her fans. And she has the right to say, fuck y'all. I don't care. Kiss my ass. Leave me be. It's my kid. It's my kid. It's my fans. I can respond to what I want to respond to. And anyone saying how, you're talking at a time when somebody was trending, I'm like, who trending? Probably Nicki, but it probably wasn't for a good reason. We'll get to that girl in 1 second. No matter what she does, she unfortunately has haters out here. And everyone has haters. It's crazy. I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. Cardi needs to respond to people. That's the crazy part. I don't understand. It's easy to say don't respond, but trust and believe eventually a comment will just make you snap because you've been getting a lot of it. And I know that because I ignore stuff until I stop ignoring it. And every once in a while, you have to respond just to make people shut up for a while. I'm saying, this is my thing. Cardi will only get the attention people will give her. In other words, stay off her tip if you don't like her lifestyle, but that's my opinion. I don't follow or comment on anyone I'm not like a fan of. Like I don't follow anybody who I dislike. I don't follow anybody who I don't care about. So you will never see me commenting on someone's post, you know, like even people I do like or follow, whatever, if they post something I don't like, I still don't comment and say something negative. I'm like, all right, that's their opinion. I'm gonna leave it be. I'm gonna leave it be. Now I post funny shit, I'm like shade room stuff, whatever, but that's different. But I'm not going to anybody's own page, their own Twitter, to respond something negative based on what they're posting. That's called insane. That's stalking. That's stalking because why you even see what that person half the time I don't see things because I don't follow people. Did you see so and so? I sure didn't. I had no idea because I don't follow them. So I make it a choice to be careful what I even have in my space because like I used to follow Kim and I think Chloe, and I was like, I don't like them. Mm-mm. Delete. I used to follow people from reality shows. I was like, delete. Because you have to be careful with what you let in your spirit. I ain't got time. That part. Uh, I use I use my real blah 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 blah. Mouth is dry. I use my real identity, so I post with a sense of who I am. All people on social media should have to use This is true, cause trolls is some trolls. Even for YouTube, y'all know how the girl, the All About the Tea girl, who no one knows who she is. And so there was, scuttlebutt on, just within YouTube or just on social media, how there are people who have channels or have pages who no one knows who they are because they don't post who they are, and that's kind of not fair. Because if you are commenting to or about someone, people should have the right to know who you are. So you know what I'm saying? Catch 22. Saying really, I don't follow celebs who rub me the wrong way. I follow Portia. I unfollow Portia. I unfollowed Portia. No, I didn't. What did I unfollow? I unfollowed somebody. I don't know. It wasn't Portia. I do follow Portia. But I want to see when the wedding happens. Beyonce doesn't. That shows how you can still be a celebrity and not engage in nonsense. Beyonce does not respond to things from her Beyonce page. It's her Beyonce page on IG is her business page. I feel like Beyonce 100% has a fake IG, or not a fake one, but it's a personal one that she may comment and say stuff I don't know. But Beyonce does not respond to things from her Beyonce page. The same way we know other celebrities don't respond to stuff from their basic page. It says Beyonce. Um, Not saying that Beyonce sitting at home responding to folks because she does that, but I'm just saying there are people who have pages where they could comment from. It's just not from their main profile that's for their business. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. I follow Nene's line, but not her personal IG. That is, I had unfollowed Nene and I just started following her back um within the past like couple months. Too bad people have to be negative to the point of it being disrespectful. Honey, please, please. No, that is true. Um, let's see. That's why most celebrities have other people running their right. Most people do not run like Beyonce does not run her IG. Oprah does not run her IG. That doesn't mean they don't post here and there, but please believe when Beyonce is putting up those posts of her, there's a team of people who's posting for her. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of folks do have media managers who run their social medias. So yeah, we have to believe that, not believe, we have to understand that too. What happened to Nene? I'm so late. Oh, Nene next. We're not on her right now. Beaters need to. That's what the Beehive is for, honey. Right, y'all as YouTubers, we don't agree with everything y'all say because we are multidimensional. But we as viewers need to be respectful, same for celebrities and the fans. And my things I always say, I don't mind people having different opinions. It's how you come at me about your opinion versus mine that determines my response. You know what I'm saying? Out there, all comments are welcome, but I'm not about to argue my point with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, put your comment in the comments, and your eyes still comment. Okay, that's you. Now I move on. But some you wrong, bitch. I'm like, why am I a bitch? What did I do? Okay, you fat hoe. Why am I a fat hoe? I can't be a fat person. So it's like it just depends. Um, Comments are fair game when they make it to the shade room. This is this is very true. Mama Tina will get to you too. Right, true. Beyonce didn't respond because she had beehive groups. You know, true. She probably just said this morning he made a fake page up to respond to people. A lot of people do that. And it's not even a fake page. Most celebrities who have their own pages sometimes have somebody else running them. So because I have a personal IG page, it's not a secret, but it's for my friends and family. And I really post on it or whatever. But it isn't a fake page. Like it's still my name. But you know what I'm saying? It's a separate page that is not for business of Jaylee's Corner. So it just depends. Happy grinding, always handling your business, always in the thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, there was some talk about people having to verify their identity. We should. You get what I'm saying? To a certain extent. You should not be able to have a fake name, a fake picture, and then you out here just running rampant on social media saying crazy things. That should not happen. If you're going to be publicly posting and saying things, you should have to let people know who you are. I feel like especially if you are a um, blogger. You know what I'm saying? Like we should, like Jason Lee's Hollywood Unlocked. We know who that is. January. We know who these people are. They're not like a secret. So that's what I believe. As a celebrity, you should not let thousands of or millions of people in your headspace as more people. I don't let people right. And I think that's why some people don't get Beyonce's page is her business page. You know what I'm saying? We know that by how she posts on it. And a lot of celebrities pick and choose what they allow themselves to see. I think Cardi may be one of the celebrities who probably runs their page more than the average celebrity. She has not given up that much control yet. But again, she'll see. Cardi B is very personable, and that's why people love her because she seems relatable. She needs to set boundaries online, but it doesn't seem like she will. She likes the toxicity. I don't agree with that. We're gonna move on because that's your opinion. That's your opinion. Um, or she, yes, I have a business. Like you have to have balance, and that's why for me, even on my business page, I'm not gonna follow this anyone because I'm on that page the most. I'm looking at stuff. I don't have time to see bullshit. Okay, I don't have the time. I don't have the time, honey. Um, you always make a great kindness, so don't let anyone knock you off. I I only flip every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? And use this because somebody is on some bullshit. So, y'all have seen me here and there, like it and go off or whatever. But Cardi shouldn't allow have so much access every day. Oh people. Okay. I agree. But let's move on from Cardi, okay? And let's get on to Nene and her antics. Okay, Nene and her attention seeking antics, okay? Y'all know Candy show, Candy and the Gang came on this weekend. I liked the show. I thought it was entertaining. I seen people comparing the ratings to Portia's show or to Housewives. The show got about 500,000 views. But I'm like, Candy isn't the most popular housewife, so to speak, even though I do think she's one of the most successful ones who is currently still on Atlanta. I also feel like trying to compare Candy show to Portia show, which just ended a few like a month ago. Was it a month or two? A month ago, whatever. It's different because Portia's show got the attention it got because Portia was fucking a lady husband. Portia's show may not have gotten as many views if it was not about people trying to figure out what was going on between her and Simon. Candy show is not even about Candy. Candy show is about her restaurant. Candy show was like a black version of Vanderpump Rules, which also wasn't popular in the beginning. It got more popular as it went on. Not only that, it was one episode. Okay, let's say that. So people were throwing shade, saying, "Oh, Candy Show was a flop or whatever, this and that." I do not think Candy Show was a flop. I think people will tune in more as the show goes on. I do think the show will get more seasons. Anyway, um, Nene was on social media. Okay, pop this off the screen. And people again who were, commenting about how Candy Show flop, Nene was commenting too on it to someone who said, "I refuse to watch for so many reasons, and I've always believed Nene, she's missed." And Nene said, "Thank you," and also said, "Listen, you already know." People are taking that as Nene throwing shade at Candy's show, her throwing shade at the show allegedly flopping. And again, to me, a new show who got 500,000 views is not a flop to me. So it's not as if it's a recurring show. It's not as if anything was it's just weird to me. Now the Candy show get a lot of promotion, it did. But again, as we know, promotion does not always help a show, do this, that, or the other. Um, Also someone put up how they wanted Nene back on Housewives. And then someone commented saying Nene would never be back. She sued Bravo, talked a lot of shit about Andy and Bravo. She didn't just burn that bridge, she used napalm. And Nene responded saying, it's a shame what people think. I'm like, Nene, we saw you dog Andy. We saw you dog Bravo. That's not, we don't believe that to be true as if we didn't see the same shit. And while we know there was probably behind the scenes things that went on, no one is negating that behind the scenes things happen. But what happened in front of the screen was you napalming your livelihood at Bravo. Okay. I say, what Nene do now? Honey, all kind of things. I feel like Nene has a vendetta against Candy because she low key intimidated by her for some reason. I feel like Candy and Nene have always battled, and I do feel like Candy did not really care about Nene that much. And I think Nene has never liked the fact that Candy has not given her enough attention. So that was tension between them. I also feel like Nene is very upset that Candy is still there and she isn't. I think Nene feel like because she was an HBIC, she was an original, that she should have been the last one standing. They should have gotten rid of whoever else before her. So I do think there is that weirdness between them two, but I think they both played a part in that. Um, I don't like how they're trying to reboot College Hill. Oh, we're gonna get into that. Nene needs to stop, honey. Please and thank you. Okay. At least Candy is a housewife. Bravo should keep to their title, and if you are not a housewife, they should be friends of the show, not a title holder. And where's Nene show on? That's right. That's right. You don't have one. Um, it's just we saw it, Nene. I was only mad because how can you have all that money, no backup generator? This is this is the thing. I am also upset about that, but I also think people have to realize um, OLG has been open for 5 years. Usually with restaurants, you don't start making money until around year three. So you do not want to start putting in these big things if you don't need to. And I also I'm assuming now because I don't work there. I'm assuming these power outages have not been happening since day one. I think there may be something new going on or whatever. But if you are low staff, if y'all have been having issues, you do not want to put in 50 grand to get a generator if the restaurant, if the money coming in does not warrant that. Candy being rich, meaning the money that she has in her bank account, does not mean she wants to spend money out of pocket to put something into that restaurant that she may not get her money back on. Now, do they need a generator? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I'm like, the restaurant is only in year five. You usually wait about 3 years before a restaurant can really start seeing a profit. So I think Todd get a generator, but I can understand why at first it was not a priority. But yeah, you need one by now. That's kind of stupid. What happened to her read show? Honey, nobody read it. No more Nene, please. No more Nene, please. At least Candy has had a spinoff. Candy has had multiple spinoff shows that have always been popular. And I thought, what I'm having different phones. I think was it Scotty had posted on social media was it Scotty? I think it was Scotty. I seen somebody posted. Somebody, I can't think of I thought it was Scotty, but y'all tripping. But he had posted how maybe it wasn't Scotty. I don't know. But how candy shows had done, over all or whatever, and how this show was the one that had, the least. Oh, here we go. It was Alex. Alex posted it. Um, So Candy's wedding had up to 2.4 million views. The Escape Show had 1.7 million views. Candy's Ski Trip had 1.4 million views. The Candy Factory had 671,000. Candy Coated Nights had 533,000. And then Candy the Game, as of the day after came on, had 491,000. But I'm like, still almost 500,000 views of a brand new show, which technically isn't about Candy. It's about everybody else. So I'm not surprised that it was not, it didn't pull in all that. But I'm like, girl, leave it be. And I don't compare her and Portia show. They're totally different. I just think Candy is boring. Candy is boring, but this is the thing. Candy's ensemble cast is entertaining. Portia was boring too. Portia was barely on her show. Portia can have her own show. I don't think Portia's show will get a season 2 because the people only tuned in to see the dynamic up between her and Simon. And most folks hated Simon was mad at Portia. So I don't think anyone can have their own standalone show. You need an ensemble cast. And I think when I watched Candy's show, I'm interested in the group of people who work at the restaurant. I don't care about Portia's sisters or her sister, her mom. We like Dennis. It was, but it was a messy mess. So it's not that I will compare each show, but people are comparing the views of Portia's show to Candy's show since they both came from Housewives of Atlanta. You're right, Ellie. We saw her destroy her relationship with Bravo. Nene is crazy. Nene is crazy. She got it herself. Very, very true. Oh, let's get back to Nene. I got all off topic or whatever. But anyway, that was her throwing shade for this or that. Okay, I skipped some comments. I'm sorry. I had to scroll on down. That was part 1. Okay, so we then see Nene saying some other things or whatever. Okay, let me pop this comment off so we can see the whole thing. Okay, so somebody named Forced to Be Nice put up, one thing we know is that Nene can handle her business, be it WeTV, Showtime, HBO. Those she is not put on any of them shows. She just needs the door open. Her fans miss her, and there's no way she should be blacklisted for speaking the truth. Support Black women, Black history. Nene then retweeted that as well and brought up. Now this is back in February. Okay, I'm going to say that. With it in February. Bringing me back to reality TV, watching her now, she was definitely made for this. All her lines are iconic. And Nene replied and said, "I'm blacklisted for speaking truth and trauma, but thank you so much for the love." Someone put up how she's the only one who screwed up her chances on Bravo. And so, again, that's a shame y'all can't see it. The person again from Forced to Be Nice also brought up how, she's out of the way because the powers that be think Nene no longer has a voice. Now that's exactly what she has. A host of powerful voices on her side. God is working because she's been on my mind, happy to speak. Nene replied to that as well. Well, she retweeted that. Was it her? No, she put up how someone's put up how we need WeTV order the network to come through with something new. You won't be blacklisted forever. You have the fan base, and we want to see you. Stay strong, Nene. We're praying for you. And I'm like, Lord Jesus. Someone else put up how I would love to see Nene in the podcast space, something like with Joe Rogan. Howard Stern has whichever has a better bag and creative control. She could do a Patreon mini series based on her lounge. I'm sure it would be very successful. Nene has the experience and the charisma. And she then said had all of that, but they made it disappear, blacklisted. So again, Nene's making this saying, she's implying she had all these deals coming up and she's now blacklisted. And she also put up how somebody else put up how Nene please reach out to Andy and try to clear the air with him. That's the only way you would be back. We need you. And she just said, why should that be the only way? If only you knew. And she put up how, thank you, keep supporting the blacklisted. So she's putting out this narrative that she's black. I'm blacklisted. They got me down here, all of these things. Okay. But I feel like Nene, it's weird that, look, I'm not saying she isn't blacklisted. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is sometimes you do things to get blacklisted. I do feel like you tried to battle Bravo. Hold on. Had some little ticks. Um, Nene tried to battle Bravo, and even if half her claims were valid, she had a valid reason to want to go after them. I completely get that. My issue is how you went about it is the reason you're blacklisted because you aired out a complete network. What made you think after doing that, another network will want you with them? Because what they felt like was if she did it to them, what would she do to us? And I think sometimes we have to know that as people, sometimes it's not worth blowing up someone's spot because you blowing up one employer made nobody else want to hire you. And it's weird because you only did that after 12 years of being their top person. You know what I'm saying? And once you were no longer that, you sprayed them for filth. And now it's like you may really be blacklisted. But it's like you have to also acknowledge what part you played in that foolishness. What part could you not have done to not knock yourself out the running for doing something different? Now we know currently she's shooting for a reboot of College Hill. It's going to be on BT Plus, not BT Honey, BT Plus. And College Hill is going to be a reboot of the long ago series about um people in college. Now it's her, it is Ray J, Big Frida, Lamar Odom, Dream Down. I think somebody else who's going to be on here. And they had a little bit of footage of them walking on the campuses. But I'm like, the fact that Nene is now on a reboot of a college show. She's my grandmama. To me, that's proof that what you did, you shot yourself in the foot. Because no one is saying what Bravo did to Nene allegedly was right. No one is saying that Nene possibly allegedly did not go through things with Bravo. No one is saying that it did not happen. But again, you have to sometimes realize that you shooting the whole network was not a good idea because it did hurt you in the end. And people felt like you was on BS mainly because we saw you dog other housewives for season after you made it known I'm Bravo's top bitch. I'm APIC around here. And you did that for years. So it was hard for anyone to feel sorry for you when you would then say, well, behind the scenes, even though I was the one, you know what I'm saying I'm this and I'm that, Bravo treated me badly. But you allowed them to do that and you dogged other cast members on the way up. And for me, and Bravo dogged me out, but I know the fans know that I'm the top HBIC. I'ma leave and go somewhere else with my dignity because y'all played me. So let me take my star over here, over here. So we have to realize that sometimes it's not always worth it to burn the place down. It's not always worth it to want to spray somebody else because again, you have to remember these corporations are all working together. All are together. And if you want to keep being in the business of which the fact that Nene Leakes has barely been on anything real since she left Housewives, to me means you shot yourself in the foot, ma'am, and it wasn't worth it. Like Cynthia, who also was offered a friend role, she left. Cynthia has been in movies, on TV shows. She did the girl trip for Housewives because she knew ain't no point in me shooting myself in the foot when I can keep moving on and do other things with other networks and the people. Nene has not BT. She don't even have a show on Zeus. Jocelyn had a show. Zeus is about to do the boys club, the bad boys club. She can't get a Zeus show. We have to sometime learn when to speak up against a conglomerate that could ruin our lives. And when we do that, let's not blame the conglomerate if we played a role in our demise. Because again, I seen someone mention Monique um, on here. I know I seen someone say something about Monique, with Monique speaking about out against um, Lee Daniels and them. And I think the difference in that was Monique was not working for Lee Daniels and them for 12 years and was yay, bravo, Andy, yay, 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 like Nene was. Monique did a movie with them. They had a bad fallout. And to me that's different. She didn't speak out about a corporation. She spoke out about her situation with a certain director and then Oprah, whoever else. And that did cause her some backlash, yes. But she spoke from a place of this would happen on this set. Nene was a faceplate for Bravo for years, and she was okay with that. And then she wanted us to feel bad for her when things didn't, go her way. So sometimes that's not always the thing to do. Okay. So it's like, you gotta sometimes you gotta sometimes wonder. Okay. Now I know it's a bunch of I'm sorry, this comment section. I'm gonna scroll up a little bit. So if I miss your comment, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to ignore anybody. Nobody really stood up for this write a comment. Just hit it. Nobody really stood up for Monique when she was blackballed. She's the one with the real talent. And that's why I'm saying Monique's situation was different. Even though I did not agree with the way Monique aired out things that happened, how far she went with it, I still supported her and her telling her truth of what happened in that movie situation. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't as if she praised them for years and then said, "Oh yeah, while I was praising them and dogging other women on the show, you know what I'm saying, I was being treated badly." Nene never spoke negatively about Bravo or Andy until she felt like I was no longer the HBIC. That's why I say Monique's situation and Nene's are two totally different situations, completely, in my opinion. Nene needs a management team. I feel like she had one, and she just may not listen. Nene did not go up a situation the correct way. Plus, she got the big head. She should have let her grandbaby mama be on the show. It would have been interesting. Because at a certain point, Nene got boring. You know what I'm saying? Because she had a big head. So you have to be careful, okay? I don't understand the premise of the college still show. Supposedly, allegedly, it's going to be about people who have not went to college, either going to college or looking at going to college, is what I'm told it's supposed to be about. But I'm like, you are Nene Leakes, okay? Brave J has been on every reality show known to man. Big Frida had a show on at one point as well. Lamar was on the Kardashians or whatever. He just did Celebrity Big Brother. Dream Doll was on Love It Hip Hop. Okay. I think it may be another person on there. But again, Nene, for you to be Nene Lanithia Leaks, and this is your next show, to me that means we know you are at the bottom of the barrel scraping it. Scraping it. Because you should have your own show. Because I think Nene is entertaining in an ensemble cast, but she shot herself in the foot. Nene must know when to roll them and when to fold them. I'm about to know with y'all. If Nene comes on with that new man who they say somebody's husband, I might watch it. I don't think, even that's gonna save her. Not somebody's grandma, and she is somebody's grandma. I don't want to see Lamar on TV anymore, but I'll people up the show. I don't know. I'm probably watching to review it, but I don't know. As Rick James would say, arrogance is a hell of a drug. It is. And we have to realize, even as the thing with me, you have when you ride in a wave of stuff and things are right behind the scenes, you should be trying to make your next move. I think Nene always felt like they will never get rid of me, so I can keep being a bitch. I can keep being arrogant. I can keep talking to the women as if y'all are below me. I am Nene. I am Nene of the show. I don't have to respect any of y'all. She never made her next move. She did not. And even though she has that successful line, her lines there, Nene wants to be on television. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, I don't care. I'm going to leave that be. I can keep College Hill. We don't. They can keep it out of after that. Cynthia Bailey was never a star though. Nene was a star, and she carried the show for a season. This is true. This is true. But however, Cynthia may not have been a star on the show. But she was a star on. She might have been the star. She was a star of the show, and she is one of the people who have left the show and has been booked and busy since. Nene may have been a star and she carried the show for seasons and seasons, but she can't get a job now. I would rather be able to be myself, work as I want to, than to be at BET's College Hill with Lamar Odom, Ray J, Big Freak, and Dream Doll. Okay, so again, we have to remember we can't. Nene put herself on a pedestal, and now she's there by herself, looking for a deal, being blackballed, blacklisted. Okay, if I was Nene and she's blackballed, I create my own content to start in. She already has more than 100K subscribers on YouTube. She should create content. She should write. But is she creative enough to do that? Because again, no one. She has every chance to make her own content. She has every chance to try to do something more if she wants to. Because creative people create content. And people who need producers and who need ensemble cast usually complain about being blackballed. Because as Monique said, even though she's been blackballed, she still had been working her own thing for years. So we have to understand. Sometimes who we think saying is the shit, it really may not be. You know what I'm saying? Really may not be. And I'm not saying at all that she should kiss ass. I'm not saying at all that she should not speak up for herself. What I'm saying is you have to pick and choose how you want to fight your battles. Because if you blow off the bridge, you can't get no damn where once you feel like you won the battle, you still stuck on the battlefield. Because the bridge to get out of it is you burnt it down. You know what I'm saying? But again, that's on her, okay? Let's get to Nicki Minaj. Okay, did I put up all the things? Yeah, I did. Nicki Minaj has been everywhere lately. She's done interviews on IG. She's done interviews on with Joe Budden. She was on IG Live as well. And to me, she out here ranting. Okay, to me, she's out here ranting about this, about that. She was talking to the rant. I really feel like was on some bull. Was her talking about how much she loves black men. So we're gonna listen to this little clip. It's about 5 minutes long. Okay, let's go ahead and listen to this.
First of all, I want to say this. Dear black men, I fucking love you. I love you. I love you. Dear black men, I appreciate you. Dear black men, you are needed and wanted. And dear black men, you are the only men on this planet that as little boys, you don't get to be nurtured and treated like a child, like a baby. Like,
this is what I don't understand. I don't get her saying that black men can't be loved as children. And I'm like, that's not true. That's only true for people who raise their kids and don't love them. I feel like Nicki Minaj likes to give excuses because she's always defending her husband for his fuck ups or her brother. But it's weird to me, that she's speaking on how, and I love black men too. Love black men, love black women, truth be told. However, I don't agree with, black men are never allowed or they weren't raised to be loved. That's not true. A lot of mothers love their sons. Fucked up parents don't. But don't make it seem as if black men are the way they are because no one loved them. Okay, let's keep going.
Like someone's thing that needs to be loved and hugged and kissed and told that we love you.
It's true.
So I will never be on that side of the room about bashing black men. I'm never.
But you will bash black women. because we're not gonna act like we have not heard her say negative things about black women and black men. But then I feel like Nicki is always speaking from a point of defending her, as somebody said, defending her brother or her husband. Okay, let's keep going.
We're gonna be on that side of the room, because, and even in relationships, sometimes I think women forget that the man just wants to be like, you know. And if, you know what, Joe, it made me realize when I had my son, sometimes the way I treat my son, right, it's like I realize how much love and affection and constant, you know, adoration I show to my son. And sometimes that's what the man wants. And because a lot of times, especially black men.
So I have to treat my man as I would treat my son? No. There's a whole different way to love the black man you with that is not like loving your child. Because as somebody said, you know, we can't be out here coddling black men. Okay. You know what I'm saying? We do have to love black men, absolutely. But I'm not gonna treat my black man as a black child. And I'm not gonna raise my black son as someone who doesn't know that it's okay to be who he is, to have emotions and feelings and all that stuff. So girl, let's keep going.
And they're not allowed to even show their emotions, even when they're young, and get told, like, you know, oh, you gotta man up and you gotta this, you got that, and you gotta be the man of the house before you even, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times the man needs to be treated like that, ladies. You know how we nurture our sons and our children, and we just adore them and kiss on them, and you know, they want that. They need that too. So I want to just make sure I let black men know for the rest of their lives, I'm not one of those. I love you, and we need you. And a couple black idiots don't spoil the motherfucking bunch.
Like your husband, your brother. I feel like your husband and your brother is what Joe should have said. And let's not forget that Joe Budden has forever and always will be some kind of fuck up in some kind of way because of things he's done and said in the past. So it's weird that she's saying to him on this thing, I love you, black man. I was like, but does he even love black women?
I'm not gonna categorize all black men based on the couple dumb ones,
like your husband and your brother,
who every time they get, you know, when they get on, they never, you know, they don't never fuck with their race, or they on TikTok dissing black women. I'm not
like Joe Budden and his Puerto Rican, his, because what is sin? Oh, I think sin is Afro Latina. Girl, bye.
Categorizing y'all based on a couple dumb people. No.
Well,
because so many of you guys didn't fucking feel loved and nurtured when at the most important time in your life.
And some of them still became. It's like you can love a child. You can love a child to all ends, okay? And they can grow up and be murderers. So do not make it seem like, oh, because the black man wasn't loved. No, you can love people and they still become monsters, like your husband and your brother.
Lives. And then you get to this place where it's like, and then you get to a place and on social media now where it seems like all women are saying, I want money, I want this, fuck you, nigga, fuck that. No.
Yo, I don't
feel it. No, it's I love you. That's where we should be at.
I love this. I love that you're spewing this.
Of course he does. Of course, Joe Budden loves her saying how much she loves black men and black men needs more from us.
I love that this is the message.
But they won't put this on the blogs, Joe.
I did. See, on my blog.
They will only put drama and hate. You understand? So one more thing, let me just say this. Regarding what I said is, and I touched on this on an interview with Joe, how when women, when we're very insecure, we do things, whether it was altering my body or whatever it was, because of what a man said.
So on the interview, that's like an hour and 45-minute boring melatonin interview between her and Joe. She did say that she wished that she had appreciated her body more back in the day, because she did go have ass shots based on seeing big booty models, how Lil Wayne always had big booty girls in the studio, how they would crack jokes about her, she had a little booty or whatever. So she went and got ass shots from some chick in Atlanta, not no doctor, honey, a chick at the hotel or whatever. But she went and got illegal ass shots back then. Even though we knew she did, but whatever. But she said how she went and had work on her body based on what men around her said. And so I do appreciate her saying that she wished she would have appreciated her body more back then. But I'm like, the fact that you said Wayne would have a different woman in the studio every day, a big booty woman, and you wanted to be them? Okay, let's move on.
And so when you get a little bit more, older and you're secure, you do these things for you.
Mm-hmm.
You get your eyebrows done, or you do your hair and you do your makeup and you put your nice clothes on and you go to the gym because it's self-care. It's needed for you. You understand? Do I wear certain things and do my hair certain ways for my husband? Of course. This is not about, I wasn't talking about people's fucking husband and their significant other. Who the fuck ain't gonna do certain things for their significant other?
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about you motherfuckers that get on Instagram and start talking about bitches' lace fronts.
But Nicki has sit and talked about other people's looks. So has Joe Budden. But I'm gonna let that be.
Shut the fuck up. When y'all do that, y'all niggas want to put on a fucking lace front. Don't ever talk about no motherfucking body lace front. Who the fuck are you talking to? Who the fuck, who like, sit your dumb ass the fuck down.
But Joe will sit and talk about women in other ways. So it's like, do you realize what you talking to somebody who does what you complain about? I'm confused.
Nick be going off, yo. You could do this Kanye thing, I'm telling you. You could do it.
You understand? I'm talking about men that feel the need that they can comment on women's bodies and keep saying what we like and what they don't like. Who are you? This ain't about you.
Yeah. Fucking niggas.
And as a matter, and one more thing, I saw somebody put on their blog that, what is the man, Kevin Samuels?
Oh, let's get to her conversation with Kevin Samuels.
Says Kevin Samuels rates Nicki Minaj. First of all, Kevin Samuels rated me, Joe, a 9, right? And they put on the blog that they tried to put the little part where me and Kevin was talking about the 7.5 and tried to say Kevin rated me a 7.5. Kevin rated me a 9.
Why? If you don't, but this is the thing. You're saying men should not be up here rating women, but you was on a whole interview conversation with Kevin, who was rating you based on your looks. Whether he rated you a 7 or a 9, what does it matter, Nicki? But let's keep going.
But guess what? That 7.5 or that 9, and this is not about Kevin because he actually was very respectful on the show.
Kevin was very respectful on the show, but on Kevin's show, when he talked to other women who are not millionaire raptors, is a complete asshole. So you can't say out your own mouth, men should not be da-da-da-da-da. But you were on a live with someone who was consistently speaking down on women and telling them how they don't look good and what they don't deserve because of how they look. But you're saying that he was a nice person. Really? Nicki is a fucking hypocrite. Okay?
When I spoke to him. All you niggas that do that, y'all can take those ratings and shove it up your fucking assholes. Shove it good and hard and deep in your assholes.
Or you can stop.
Okay?
Like, you shouldn't tell women what you think their rating is.
Like, I don't ever want a man to come back on this fucking internet and talk about some fucking lace front. Who the fuck y'all think y'all talking to?
It's weird when folks come on and complain about things that they do, or they're on a live with someone who does that, or they have recently been on a live with someone who does that. You want this whole rant, that's what I said, Nicki Minaj rant, on this whole rant, based on stuff that you do, or the people around you do, okay, or how much you love black men because they're not loved enough, but your husband and your brother are black men who've done some foul shit in general. So again, Nicki Minaj, I'm like, I don't know why she out here all over. Nigga, I listened to the whole hour 45-minute interview she did with Joe. I barely got anything worth mentioning. Okay, Again, she mentioned her ass shots were done. She mentioned how um it was the radio stuff. She was bringing up how, the radio will play music, to make the fans think, somebody else is hot. The radio won't play stuff that's popping on streaming services. Like if my stuff is popping on Spotify or whatever one you have, you're saying the radio won't play that. The radio will play somebody else to trick the fans into thinking that you're not hot. I'm like, Nicki, first of all, no one really listens to the radio for music. Most folk, we don't. In people's cars, they listen to their playlists. Okay, no one is really listening to on any consistent basis any radio station to see what music is popping. Okay, oh, the radio will play 5 songs back to back. No one is in their car long enough to listen to the radio. People listen to talk radio for the conversations, but nobody really stays and listens to the music on the radio. So please get another reason or excuse to why your shit ain't popping. I'm leave that be. Anyway, it's just I was like, whatever. Now she did bring up a good thing, or just a good thing, that her show Queen Radio coming back. Queen Radio will be back on an app. Okay, it's an app. It's an app called Amps, AMP on Amazon, which I feel like it's like Station Head. Station Head was an app to where you can be on there, play music, and talk to folks or whatever. So it's still that. So again, she's on there. It's gonna be on April 8th. I never listened to Queen Radio. I never understood what the point of it was. Nicki Minaj to me is not personable enough for me to want to sit and listen to her. I still think she's a black woman. I still think she's beautiful. I still want her to succeed. I just wish she was more personable for me to really care about what she to say. But I feel like a part of whatever she says is an agenda to something else that is just a part of some bullshit. So it's just like, get out my face. Okay. You ranting for no reason. The whole hour and 45-minute interview, I promise y'all, I felt like it was a whole monotone, like want, 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 Lil Wayne. Want, Big Papa. Want, Anaconda. It's all I heard. It's all I heard. It was just weird to me. So again, not saying that no one should listen to her show, whatever. I won't be listening. I still in my heart feel like we don't even know her real voice. Okay, I feel like her voice is the character of herself. So I'm gonna leave that be. Okay. But anyway, if y'all care, Queen Radio will be back on app. If to download the app, okay, and then you got to get an invitation to be on the app, okay. You can pre-register to get the invitation. I was like, look, I ain't that pressed. Ain't that pressed at all. I'm gonna leave that be. Because it's some bullshit. Now the last story I have, okay, as we know, Chris Brown. Lord Jesus, that man is on some full of the shit. Okay, but first of all, I need y'all to like the video. Because liking is the thing to do. I cannot believe I have been on here for 2 damn hours. Y'all know it's been a long time since I've been on the live for this damn long. Okay, y'all know used up like an hour and a half. Whew, I hope y'all are enjoying this shit. Okay. Anyway, Chris Brown. Okay, we all know that Chris Brown is or was accused, okay, of multiple situations of assaulting people for different reasons. Okay, we know that there was a woman who was suing him for 20 mil, saying he tried to or he did take it from me, and I need to sue him. I want my money. So, with all of that happening within the back of months, Chris posted some receipts. Okay, and I was like, what is going on here? So he posted some screenshots of text messages. Okay. Now, Chris saved these text messages from this girl who is the woman who was allegedly accusing him of allegedly trying to of taking it from her. Okay. And he had these texts from her which show her saying how much she missed him. You were honestly the best I've had. I just wanted it again. Why are you playing me? So again, all these texts that she was also supposedly sending him, like, naked selfies or whatever. That's what's covered up. And you know full well I wasn't pressing you about no what I think maybe we did, I don't know. You told me to stay and then gonna try to play me. Nah, that's crazy. I don't deserve that, but you def got it. So again, he's posting all these texts of her texting him, okay, and all these things from a while ago. And because he submitted these things to the police. Okay, and he was responding here and there, meaning him and the girl were having some kind of contact. I really don't want to go all like step by step into it or whatever. And one of the messages he did ask her, "Hey, you should really take a plan B, okay? Because we had sex or whatever. I came to you and whatnot, and I don't want to baby with you." So again, the texts are all on radar online that she between them two. This is the thing. He also posted a audio clip of the girl still calling him and saying, I want it, why don't and all these things. Now the lawyer, Ariel Mitchell, who was representing the woman, who was accusing him of these things, uh, withdrew herself from the case because as she said she was not aware of these texts of the girl, saying, "Hey, I'm saying I want you today." Okay. Um, I wonder did he erase any? I mean, he probably did, but I think this is the weird thing for me because what did I post on IG? When I seen the text, was it yesterday? The Lord says Kanye West reportedly hired Jason Lee as his media manager. Oh Lord. Well, Jason Lee knows media shit. So I mean, I guess so we're gonna leave that be. But that's a whole another thing for a different day. Um what I had posted on social when it came out that they had the text. I said, lie has never cared who tells it, so we should wait to believe either side until all available evidence comes out, because men lie and women lie, but the truth usually can come out in the wash. Allegations, accusations, and situations. Because this is my thing. I think each situation is a situation, and Chris has been accused of many, many things. So I think this situation does not change those other situations that he's been accused of. However, we have to still hold people accountable of if this person lied, then this situation here is what's on bullshit. And we cannot or should not um allow people to lie on folks and it's just cool. Um for me, when things come out, I always err on the side of caution for this reason. And not with Chris Brown, but with anybody. We know where there's smoke, there's fire, or for a fact. However, I still feel like when anyone comes out with any kind of allegation, I'm like, I gotta wait. I gotta wait. Because that doesn't mean I believe him or that I believe her. It's like, it was an allegation. I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. So I don't want to choose sides. All I can say is she said that and he said this. Let the judges handle the middle part. But we know Chris has been accused of many different things. So um, I would only go. First of all, I'm not Chris's type. Okay, I know that for a fact. But if it was ever time I would never go somewhere with him without knowing I'm probably gonna have to fuck that man. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's me knowing based on things he's already been accused of. So we're already where there may be a pattern here. That does not mean that someone should be able to come and accuse him of something that he did not do, because that then hurts the other women who he did do things to, because it makes people want to doubt their story. So it's like a catch 22. Um, I'm always the one in the middle because I feel like we should never want to assume someone is guilty of one thing because they done something else, we just have to be aware he might have did that shit because he has a pattern. And that's okay to have that thought, but I just be like, man, look, and plus I don't be this. I don't know. I wasn't there. He didn't do it to me. So I don't want to convict somebody based on an accusation. Now, for R. Kelly, Bill of the Cosby, the Epstein people, like we know there were multiple people, of things going on. So it gets to the point where bad people are doing bad things. This chick forget about her messages? Probably so. Probably so. Or she probably assumed he just didn't still have them. I'm saying, because that's kind of crazy. Regardless of these messages, she could have been assaulted as well. Even wives are assaulted by the husbands. I don't think anyone is saying she may not have been assaulted. I think the reason the police and also her lawyer are pulling back because usually if someone you're not dealing with did something to you, the following day you're not reaching out to be back with them. So it doesn't mean that he did not do it, but it seems like her story doesn't add up. You know what I'm saying? If the story was it was that one time and that was it, and we never deal, never talked again. But come to find out, y'all were having continuous conversations after the fact. It makes it seem like because y'all banged that one time and he did not follow up with you to be with you, you're upset. You know what I'm saying? Because he has been accused of other things. Okay, well, me too. And I think that's why it's not that anyone's saying that he may not have done it. However, it just means there's more to the story than her side. And again, that's why we can't want to convict someone based on just an accusation. Because if we start convicting people just based on an accusation, think about how much that could change just everything. You know what I'm saying? So, and we know assault is the hardest thing to prove because there's usually not hard, concrete evidence 3 years later. You know what I'm saying, unless there's some kind of video, some kind of DNA proof. Unless there's these things, it's usually 9 times out of 10 that he said versus she said. But for me, because I would not want anyone to falsely accuse my brother or my nephew of doing things because they are a fucked up person, you just should not want anyone to be assumed to be guilty based on an accusation. But it also means that she said, what I'm saying, that doesn't mean nothing happened. It doesn't mean that she wasn't assaulted. It just means her story did not add up based on what she told the police and what she told her lawyer. So it's just, but that's also why shit happen in the court of law. I thought these are fake texts, but I could be wrong. And if they are fake texts, then the police will figure it out, and then Chris Brown will be the asshole that we all think he could be. Um, Either way, it's an assault if this happened. We shall. And again, I wasn't there. I don't know, and I'm not saying yes or no or left or right or him or her. I'm just like I'm telling out what happened. Okay, doesn't it seem as if some text messages were missing? Or he wasn't. I don't know, or because I didn't really read all the way through them. It would be easy to determine their fake phone records would reveal all the fact that the attorney withdrew from the case is very telling for me, but we shall see. Again, because they had to give this stuff to the police to investigate. But again, her lawyer stepping down is, a whole thing. No one will really know if any. No, there's a trace of text for sure. You're not Chris type because you're a black woman. That and other reasons. And not look, I don't know that man. You know what I'm saying? And so I can't speak from a point of knowing. All I can say is she said something happened. He said it didn't happen. He then put up text to show it was more to the story of, what she said happened. This is him defending himself. But again, that's for this one case. He has other cases too that we have not seen any text of, rebuttals of what happened. Okay. these celeb men need to just keep too tightly pegged by their sides at all times, stop putting their wings, everything moving. But some people, famous or not, are people who like to do what they're been accused of doing. Some people can have people by their sides because they can have access to a plethora of women and they still want to take it because some people are that way. So that may not even matter because we know people who have wives and families or whatever who do horrendous things to people. So there's never really a fix to if somebody is, a taker of vagina. Y'all know I'm trying to say things the right way to not get flagged. That Chris has a pattern entirely in a type, usually Asian women. Okay. The K girl said she was abused as well. And these texts will be in the cloud. As a person who was assaulted, that's not true. I had a issue with a guy who assaulted me after he assaulted me. I'm a victim as well. Not a victim. I'm a survivor. So when I speak from a place of knowing. So each person's situation is different. That's the thing to remember. And people are 100% in relationships with people who abuse them, and it takes time for us to leave. So believe me, whenever I speak about things, I'm speaking from a place of knowing of how my situation was and my relationship in the past when I was way young. I was in my 20s. So it's different. And then you said you were in a relationship with a guy, Chris and Ogre, and look, I don't want anyone to misconstrue. I'm not defending Chris at all. However, I have to say because I can't say for a fact that he did anything. Not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say it at all. But I can say she accused him of something, and he's saying this is what happened too. That's it. So we also have to remember to take ourselves out of the equation because again, this didn't happen to me. This person's situation isn't my situation. But if someone said, I met him one time, he did all these things, and I never talked to him again, but now there are texts of conversations, it means your story does not match up. So now let's see what happened. You know what I'm saying? So if her story was, this happened, and then that was it. But that's not what actually happened because his text proved, well, no, if she's saying that happened and she did not talk to me anymore, well, what are these text messages? Because she did talk to me some more. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. So no one is being specific about anyone else's situation. It's about what these people are saying. It's about what the lady said, what he said in his text. And that's all. That's all. Okay. So we have to think about that. They were posting down from what I gathered. Busting it down. Look, the comment. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. I make sure on my channel, I'm not saying anything is factual. Nothing. I'm not saying Chris did shit. I'm saying he was accused of doing things. Okay. He posted his defense on his social media, and I'm just telling you what he said. You know what I'm saying? And with anyone, for anything, not just this, anyone being accused of something, I never want to be the one to say, yes, they did it. Because what if they did? I tend to say, well, what does the evidence say? What does evidence say? Does he have proof he can do it? Well, damn. But that's for this one situation. He needs to be taken to court for each allegation that he has against him. And that should be handled in the court of law. Y'all should know how I feel about things. I don't have to say it. Okay. So I am very careful on my channel to not say certain shit, to not get myself in trouble, to not just because it just so happened Chris Brown is bored on YouTube or whatever, see my video and see, oh, she said I did that shit, I did this shit, I did all of it. And I'm like, no, I didn't. I said you were accused because that's what the court said. Okay. I said she said that and you said this. And I also said let it play out in the courts. That's what I do. But anyone who's been following me long enough know at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I ain't defending Chris at all. But I will defend a thing. But I will defend forever saying no one should be convicted based on an allegation. No one. Everyone. It should have to be proven that somebody is guilty. Because if we start convicting folks based on someone saying they did something, and let's just happen to one time someone say that someone stole a Tootsie Roll from a Tootsie Pop from an aisle off the street. Now they in prison, okay? But the person was lying. You see? You see? You know what I'm saying? I don't always, certain ways I feel I leave that for off camera. Just what it is. Just what it is. Okay. Anyway, I am done. Okay. This has been a long conversation. Okay. It's been a long conversation. So I hope y'all enjoy it. Look, everyone's opinion, excuse me, is their opinion. Everyone's situation is their situation. And everyone has a right to feel how they feel. Okay. But you have to know that everything around here ain't no formally. It's all based on allegations. Okay. That's really it. Other than that, I will see y'all later. Wait, uh, right, that part, Wanda. Cause y'all know I'll be like, whatever. We have to accept some women will lie for money. And some men will lie too. That's why I say men lie and women lie. The truth comes out in the wash. Okay. So what that means is you never know until the truth comes out in every situation. And that's all we can do. But I will talk y'all later. Good night. I'm finna go watch all kinds of stuff on tonight. We shall see. But I hope y'all enjoyed. We had a good long ass 2-hour conversation, Lord Jesus. My whole throat hurt, okay? But y'all know I will see y'all later for something, okay? Love you all. Stay blessed, okay? Stay safe. Drink y'all some water. And until next time, peace.